Okay.
Perfect.
Are you guys ready? I'm not emotionally ready.
Oh yeah.
I think I should have just poured myself a drink right now.
This episode was heavy. Oof.
All right,
Heavy.
let's get into
Well,
it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's start it off.
okay. So I know we've been here, but
Yeah.
we are roundtable. I'm sorry. We're roundtable pod racers, guys, and we are
Hello.
just excited to be here. And let's introduce ourselves. So I'm Anna from La Geeky Life.
I'm Julie from Infinity Jewels, as you guys see.
I'm Alexis from Alexis.
Very nice. Nice touch. Nice touch.
And we're gonna be
Hello there.
talking live. This is the first time we do this, so
Yeah. Which is
let's see
really
how that
fun and
goes.
exciting.
It is. But that means I can't mess up. So
Yeah, because we're live.
there's more pressure now. But it's okay. We're gonna be talking about episode 11, Shattered Clone Wars. And I just want to say that I needed to wear my new Her Universe beautiful sweater.
Mm-hmm. Order
Yeah,
66.
just rub it in our all of our Jedi faces, why don't you?
You guys know I dabble more into the dark side, so this was a must get for me.
Oh,
So
yeah.
thank you, Ashley, for the amazing sweater. It was just perfect. And I posted my picture not knowing like that it was gonna happen on that episode. So then I was like, oh, perfect timing.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Did you guys see the episode on Friday, or did you guys see it a little later? Because I saw it on Saturday, and so all day Friday I was like rushing to avoid spoilers. Like every time I saw like the slightest Star Wars thing, I'm like, oh wait, I haven't seen the episode, and this is like scrolling down really fast to try to avoid it as much as possible.
Oh no, I watched it Friday. I can't like then I wouldn't be able to log in on Facebook. And so my last picture, I collaborated with Batu Crew, Nick from Bayside, super cool dude in California. So we were like Batu West, Batu East, let's post Order 66. But since he's over there in California, we posted at 11 a.m. over here.
Okay.
And I still hadn't watched the episode. Then I had to work all day and I watched it like around 6. So I wasn't even on on anything because people post spoilers like 2 minutes after the episode ends.
Right.
Like I've already seen people spoiling the new episode, which I was like, okay, guys, it comes out tomorrow, but apparently came out on other countries already.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So
Yeah, so I personally saw it on Friday as well. I'm one of these opening night guys for exactly the reasons that you guys are talking about. Like, I do not want to get spoiled because I'm not gonna not go online. I mean, it's just kind of like embedded into everyday life now. You got all these, you got Instagram, you got it's so I knew that people were gonna start talking right away. So I was like, let me just stay off of social media up until I was busy all Friday, so I really wasn't like itching to jump on my phone or anything. But I planned just kind of like every week. I've been doing it Friday nights, and some of the kind of bigger Star Wars channels, they right at 3 a.m. or whatever it was of Thursday night, or that would be Friday morning, but you're up since Thursday night to like watch it and stuff. So I'm like, oh, here it comes. I'm just gonna stay off. I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna see anything.
Yeah.
But I did kind of catch a little bit glimpses, but luckily it wasn't too bad. So yeah, I saw it Friday right away.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. And I'm trying. So I'm debating whether to staying up at midnight tonight and watch the last episode because I had forgotten last week that the last episode comes out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I didn't realize that either. I was like, oh yeah, next Friday. But
yeah,
it's here.
I was already planning to like, okay, next, what's my work schedule? Like, and then I was like, wait, it's May 4th. Like, that's the last episode. So now I'm trying to see.
Too is insane. The fact that like we get it on the 4th is so cool.
It's so cool.
Really,
I feel. I'm hoping that we get a long episode and that it's just gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, me too. Because I'm struggling.
So
yeah, I'm gonna watch it Monday night. I can't stay up to 3 a.m. I got a little baby, so.
Oh, that's right. It would be 3 a.m.
It's PST, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Then no. Thank you for
Right.
reminding me on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, it's not midnight. I mean, it's midnight for Pacific time. So for those that don't know, me and Anna, or actually Julie, we're on the East Coast,
Yeah.
so we have to follow the East Coast
Yeah, we're
kind of
Eastern
schedule.
Standard Time.
Yeah,
So we're all the way
we're
over there.
Batu East.
Yeah, what up?
But Batu East,
So I'm
bright
Uh,
suns up in this mother.
So the overall consensus of this episode is definitely like emotional, right? Yeah, tears.
For sure.
The episode, one word, shattered. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just dead inside. That's it.
I know.
Now I want a Rex tattoo, and that will be my next one.
I like
So,
it. I like it.
Damn.
Would it be
look
his
at
helmet?
you.
yes, I want his little helmet and
The
another
Ahsoka helmet?
and the Ahsoka helmet next to it.
I love that. I love that.
Aw, that's cute.
I've always wanted a Storm helmet, so I have my Vader, and I was like, I need another one, and now I found it, and so yeah.
I
But
like it.
let's talk about the episode, guys.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that it started very, very
Sorry,
dark.
guys. 1 sec. Yeah.
It start
No,
dark.
I'm streaming. Bye.
Hello.
Okay. Sorry about that.
The life.
Yeah.
It started very dark from the beginning. After that part 3 shattered, because the other 2 episodes before, like, it started dark with the intro, but then it like it was action.
Right.
This one was just like the title, and it stayed dark.
Yeah.
Right.
And it never like picked up. I feel like there were definitely moments that were more action packed, obviously, but everybody I think knew that this episode was going to be super like intense and dark and emotional, and like I felt throughout the episode, like the characters themselves were very confused about the emotions that they were going through. So because of that, I felt confused about the emotions that I was going through. Like it was a weird like I wasn't like there were definitely like upset emotions, but still it was very like oh wow. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it was dark. And I feel like Ahsoka and like the other Jedi all sensed that something was going on.
Well, I mean, right off the bat, you get the red font, the red lettering, for this episode,
Right.
which mimics Revenge of the Sith. In that red lettering, at least in the promo material, I believe it was red lettering, and even with Return of the Jedi, when it was called Revenge of the Jedi, it was that same red lettering, kind of just signifying like, okay, things are gonna
Last
happen.
Jedi
They're
was
gonna be
too.
dark. Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
right.
The Last Jedi is
Okay.
also the red. Like each trilogy sequel has one yellow logo, one blue logo, and one red logo.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So it just kind of what you guys are talking about. It's like it's this foreboding, like doom. Red is like like blood or death. So it's just like it's perfect. Just how one simple, just a simple coloring change can just show those emotions.
Yeah. I also think that they made it red. I mean, because the last 2 episodes have also been red, and I think it's also to show fans that this is going on during the same time as Revenge of the Sith, because they're both like the red screens. So like,
Yeah.
this is also in that like same era and same like movie.
And then we get the Star Wars theme, again.
In a very slow way. So it was just like a little touch. It was very suspenseful, very dark. And we start with
Mandalore.
The Bo-Katan and Ahsoka conversation. I loved it because Bo-Katan showed a lot of emotion that we hadn't seen, like that side of emotions from her. She was always like, war, and like, let's do this, and passionate about what Mandalore stood for her. But now it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do next? I'm not my sister. And she was like, which broke my heart. She was like, I wish I was good at something else besides war. And I was just like, kill me now. It was so sad to see that because they rescued Mandalore from Maul, but they still need a leader. So what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, they like solved the problem. Now they need the repairs for everything. Because Maul did a lot of damage. And I think just the whole like transition between Satine to Maul to like nothing now, I think that's gonna be really chaotic. But on the same note, we got to see Ursa Wren without a helmet.
Yeah,
That was super cool.
that was a
cool.
nice little treat for us. Also wanted to note that Ahsoka got her sabers back. You know, Bo
Yes.
returned her sabers. So
Oh, yeah.
I was actually curious to see like if she was gonna get her sabers, or if she was just gonna finish off this arc with no saber, because she already had her big lightsaber fight. You know, so I in my head I would have been like, okay, if she loses the sabers, she's already done her work. You know, so it was a nice little touch for me, like being a saber guy, loving sabers, all sabers. I'm like, oh yay, she got her babies back.
But
But
those are, like,
I
her
was
sabers, right?
wondering. Sorry?
I was just saying, those are her sabers, though, right? Like, those are the ones that she has into her book and everything?
Right.
So
Well,
that's what I was gonna say,
no.
because I was wondering how she grabbed them back, because in the first scene of the book is her burying her sabers.
Oh.
So I was like, wait, how did she drop them? But now she had, like, the book says she's burying them, so
Right.
we needed the sabers back. So I was always
Right.
curious, like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. But those are her sabers though.
Mhm.
That's the one that she dropped basically when she
Yeah.
fought fighting with Maul.
Okay.
But
yeah.
then we transitioned to that hologram call, and you have Mace.
And freaking the Mace Windu, I sense a plot. I was like, nah.
Wait.
Bruh.
Before that, can we talk about how cool that freaking cage was?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Maul?
Sorry.
That thing was awesome, and the fact that it was like almost like a legendary type of
Like a
cage.
Mandalorian thing.
It's like a Mandalorian, cage for Jedi, pretty much. And it's like, I was like, oh, dude, this is so cool. You know, it's like a Hannibal Lecter type, cage
Yes.
animal.
And it was like him looking like a little like Vader, because he had like the breathing mask
Right.
and the smoke
Right.
coming out.
And just
And then
Yeah.
you had him.
I was
So
noticing that right
beautiful.
away, and it was like literally, I think it was the same sound bite from other, from Vader. Or like I heard it, and
Yes.
it was like I was like, oh, right away, it's like, oh, that's a nod to Vader. You know.
Yeah,
So
I
it's cool to
love
see
that he had the Mandalorian helmet in the middle of the cage, whatever. Because at first I'm like, did they carbonite him? Like, what was going on?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wait, no, they have their own thing, and it's pretty cool. And yes, we have to remember that the Jedi fought the Mandalorian a long time ago. And the Mandalorian helmet that comes out like in the back, it looks exactly, which I have to go back, but it looks exactly at the one that they show us in Rebels when Vizsla is explaining.
Yeah.
When
You
it's
hit it-
explaining to Kanan, like,
you hit it right on the head. Yeah, that is Tar Vizsla. I actually paused it and I kind of made a comparison, and that is Tar Vizsla helmet on the.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's like it's engraved. I mean, the whole thing. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but that whole freaking cage thing is just beautiful. It's like got that red, and it's got this like Tron looking like lines inside. And,
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I thought that was like the attention to detail in the whole series as being incredible. Because so we go back to this call, which I hate Mace Windu, but whatever.
Oh, yeah. I literally wrote Mace Windu sucks as always in my notes because
I wrote a curse word, so I'm not gonna say it.
I wrote Mace Windu is throwing shade at Ahsoka.
That I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's so crazy how they showed us so many little things that could have been the break from Anakin becoming Vader, and then you can't do anything about it. It's just crazy. Because we all know what's gonna happen, but that suspense of like knowing how the event's gonna unfold, it's crazy.
It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. Like,
yes.
oh no, every second hurts.
Oh, yeah.
It was really nice though to see this really play out. in the because you always think like, okay, they're gonna connect it to Revenge of the Sith, but then the level that they've gone to,
Yeah,
it's
it's interwoven with Revenge of the Sith now. It's not just
beautifully
like connected. It is
right.
beautiful.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
way they connect both things is just delicate, and it shows us a little bit more of what we don't see in the movie. Like this call, like Ahsoka kind of like, I want to talk to Anakin, and then you see Mace Windu telling him no, he's gonna be with Chancellor, and then you civilian go away, and then
Yeah.
Yoda even like
I
not doing
loved
much.
that.
So it's like, it's so frustrating as a viewer to see like you could have prevented it.
And the fact that like they definitely showed that like Yoda knew something was up with her.
Yep.
Like, I just felt like I put like a little like Yoda sad face because he looked sad like with his eyes. Like even the moment he
Hmm.
said hello to her at the beginning, he was like, "Oh, like it's nice to see you," but like I feel like the only one who is weird about it is Mace Windu. Like he to me is like I even wrote it in one of the CBR articles actually. He to me is the epitome of like everything that's wrong with the Jedi Council in
Yeah.
the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's
Yeah.
not corrupt like I think his name was Krell. I could be wrong. From Clone Wars who was like actually a corrupt Jedi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Palm
Krill,
Crow.
I hate him.
yeah, me who doesn't? But like Mace is like the book of like we are war, we are Jedi, we are above everybody else, like we have an
Right.
order, and I just think he sucks.
Yeah,
Like
he was like a little bit spiteful, like to
yeah,
me, basically like, oh, you're helping us now, like, okay, you're back in the Jedi like club, and then with Ahsoka saying, no, no, I'm not really back,
he's like,
it's like
well then
he's like
why are you
spiteful.
here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's almost like a jealous, ex-girlfriend or something. I don't know. It's just
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
or
like, dude,
ex-boyfriend.
there's, but yeah, going back to what you were saying about Yoda, I mean, it's like he's like a grandfather, grandfather that
hmm
knows his kids. He's like, I know something. It's like you don't even need the Force to know that something's up with her.
right.
So, and then when he's like at the end, when he's like, "May the Force be with you, Padawan," I'm like, oh, my heart,
Aw,
The
oh,
fact that he
dude,
still
so
calls
much
her
feels.
Padawan is like, ow.
yeah. And it's
So
sad also to
It's
know
almost
that these are the last time that we're gonna see this Jedi, which for
yeah,
Maze I don't care.
it's like
But
we're
yeah. For Mace, who cares? But
saying
it
Padawan
was actually
with
nice
your.
hearing his
Whoa,
death scene again.
yeah.
Go ahead,
Well,
Alexis.
can you
Alexis.
guys? Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to say that with him saying Padawan, he's like basically kind of like almost like in like a mom and dad situation where maybe like the dad is like very like, oh, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, and then the mom comes along and is like, no, sweetie, like it's okay, like just with him kind of phrasing it that way, it's to me like him being like the good cop, so to speak, like good cop, bad cop. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was that was just nice.
I mean, good cop, bad cop is like the perfect description for Mesa and Yoda, I think.
Yes,
Because, yeah.
it
Pretty
um,
is.
much.
but moving on from the call, like, what did you guys think of the whole thing with hearing Ahsoka hearing through the Force Anakin's fall?
Oh, that was just heart wrenching. That was just heart wrenching. I'm surprised that they did it like that. I mean, I wasn't expecting for them to literally use the dialogue from the
Mm-hmm.
movie, like with Hayden Christensen's voice
It
and
was?
Ian
Oh
McDiarmid.
man, I
Yeah.
didn't realize. I
That
thought
was him.
the "What have I done?" I felt like that sounded really different, and like,
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
it was
from
Matt
the
Lanter.
movie.
Well, yeah, okay. So
oh,
it was half Hayden Christensen, and then I think right at the end, yeah, where exactly where he says, "What have I done?" That I
Yeah.
specifically heard that it was Matt Lanter.
okay,
Yeah, that was Matt.
that's what I thought. Okay, because yeah, that was like that whole scene. I was so like throughout the episode during the holocall and everything. I was trying to figure out when it was because I didn't like I haven't seen Revenge of the Sith in a while, but I was trying to remember like when Anakin was sent to go to Palpatine because I know there's like a couple different instances where he's like sent to go like spy on him in like different moments. So I was like, is this when he's gonna hear about Plagueis? Is this gonna be like that next moment? And then it all happened so fast, and I was like, oh my god, like it's now. This is happening. Kit Fisto just died. What the heck?
Yeah. And I love that the whole thing started with Maul feeling it first.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought that was like, because he when he got captured and he's there in his carbonite jail type prison,
Mhm.
um, he just closes his eye to like meditate in the Sithful way.
Yeah.
But he's so connected to, like, he knows that something's gonna go, like something's about to happen anytime now. So he's just connecting that, and he tried to connect to Ahsoka when he was placed in that room, which I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah.
But then all of that then showing us what exactly is happening to the movie, and seeing just Ahsoka so heartbroken was just like, it shattered my heart, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Do you think she knew exactly what had happened, or do you think she just heard it? Like, cause I got the vibe that she sensed that Anakin was in trouble and like he did something wrong. Maybe even the fact that he killed Mace and stuff like that. That I need him, all that. But I don't know because Ahsoka in Clone War, I mean in Rebels, doesn't know that Vader is Anakin. And I'm getting to the point kind of where it's like I feel like Ahsoka just doesn't want to believe it so much that she blocks that because I think like all the signs are there right now. But I don't know what she believes happens to Anakin after Order 66. I don't know if you guys know because you read the book or anything like that.
So I know that what I think is that she felt that Anakin just turned into the dark side, or just like it was battling his emotions and kill Mace Windu. I do think that she felt that.
Okay.
Um, with the book, she talks. I have to reread the book because I don't know if Alexis, you remember more than me right now, but I know she knows that he just fell to the dark side, but she doesn't know he's actually Vader.
Okay.
In the book, if the only thing I really remember is that she said that she's lost, like she cannot feel him anymore.
Mhm.
That she tried to like reach out through the force to him,
Mhm.
but she doesn't feel him anymore. So in the book, she was scared that he was killed
Dead.
along with yeah, that he was killed along with
Okay.
Order 66. But I don't think she, obviously it just leads up to the big reveal in Rebels. But in the book, she's just like almost like it's almost like remembering a dead loved one. That's the
Okay.
way. That's kind of the vibes I get from her in the book.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, she thinks he basically passed on. She doesn't. She's like kind of worried, but she's like just like, oh man, I wish I wish I could talk to him again. I hope he survived. But yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
she basically tried to reach out to him, and then by the point at that point, she hasn't tried to reach out anymore. She's kind of almost like cut herself a little bit from the force in that aspect, where it's like she doesn't even want to reach out or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that because she was in hiding and there was no more Jedi, so she was scared, so she wouldn't use the Force unless it was like survival mode.
Okay.
But I do want to say that before that, that moment where Ahsoka and Rex salute themselves before he takes a call, like, "Oh, it's gonna be good news. Like, you don't want to hear?" She's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
And it was the actual Order 66, which, by the way, I loved how they did it because they brought Ian McDermott to this episode to actually record
Record that.
that. Yeah.
Oh my god. Nice.
So I was like, ah, yes. Because it sounded exactly like that. So I was like, did they take that from the movie? No, actually, they brought him in this episode because I know they brought him in Rebels too.
Right.
So, and then I was trying to figure out, I'm like, well, Rex doesn't have the scar in his head, and we know he's gonna about to get that call. Like,
Yeah.
what's gonna
How is it
happen?
gonna work?
Right.
But what
Yeah.
happened next?
I know.
For
But also the transition between like Ahsoka feeling that and then him getting the call like that quickly, I was like, oh my god, this is all happening right now. Because like I wasn't sure if initially when she got the call, I mean when she got that like feeling through the force, I wasn't sure if she was having like a force premonition or if it was like happening at that moment kind of thing. So when they got the execute order 66 call like right after, I was like, "Oh, this is all happening. This is happening right
yeah,
now. We're
real
here. We're
time.
doing this."
Yeah.
So it definitely like threw me back a little bit, but like in a good way. But yeah, I was like, "Whoa, here we are."
What's interesting about this whole kind of scenario is how Maul is almost like a good guy in a sense that he's trying to warn everybody about the bigger evil that's out there.
Mhm.
Even though he was the evil, the big baddie, an episode or two before, it's like you almost kind of feel for him. Like he's trying to warn everybody, and he's trying to you know basically prevent it from happening. So it's
Right.
almost like this anti-hero kind of role that he's playing, and in him and Ahsoka's relationship, as we kind of see a little bit later on in the episode, it's kind of interesting. It's Ahsoka has this she seems to connect with these darksiders in this way that's not really seen anywhere else. Like, for example,
Ventress.
Ventress, that's a primary one. Like, Maul, she kind of, even Maul himself is like, we're the same, you and I. We have been used by our higher powers,
Mhm.
and we're just tools. And so with Maul kind of sensing Order 66 and trying to connect with Ahsoka, you're like almost like rooting for him. I found myself kind of like, man, I hope he does. I was hoping that they had one conversation before Order 66 actually was issued. But it's oh my god, it's so good. It's just so
I
good.
was I was hoping for a team up. Not gonna lie.
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I was
mean,
like,
we
this
are
would have been perfect, but
we
um,
are mall lovers, and I
mhm.
always feel that way. And you see it a lot in Rebels too, how he's an anti-hero, and in this one, he was just looking for the bigger picture and kind of drawing in Anakin, not to kill him because he's Anakin, but because he knows he's this pawn in this whole game.
And that he's gonna be
So
really bad later on.
yeah, and I feel bad for him in this episode because when he's put in the cage and he's seeing everything that's happening, there's in his eyes there's so much emotion, and that's when I give it up to the animation department
Oh yeah.
because you feel like he's defeated in a sense, like, oh, it's happening, like there's nothing to do now, and he's surprised when Ahsoka comes to rescue him, but that's after. But yeah.
I do feel like Maul thinks of Ahsoka as a friend, and Ahsoka
Yeah.
is like, no, let me put you in your place.
But I've
Right.
always said that Maul is always looking for
Oh
that
yeah,
companion. Maul is
always.
looking
Right.
for that, he was left, and he was, what's the word, rejected
Mm-hmm.
by his master, so he's now
Yeah.
having to grab another Padawan, or grab, he wants to be that father figure or friend figure, and he never was. So that's why you have a beautiful death with Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah.
So, but going back to the episode,
Yes.
I can talk about Maul the whole night.
What,
I
one thing I wanted to mention, because you guys mentioned already, when Sidious is actually saying, execute Order 66. I little things just like this, how Rex is saying, like, yes, Lord Sidious, like it will be done or whatever.
mm-hmm.
And it's like wow, like how does the clone know? Obviously with the chip and all that, but it's just very cool to see these characters acting in a way that's like totally different than what we've been used to seeing them all these years.
Yeah.
And
For
just the
for a
little
minute,
details.
I felt like well, cause like this is how we always knew that the chip was like a thing, but it almost made it feel like the clones knew that this was gonna happen. Obviously, we learned later in the episode that it didn't, but like, and the fact that Ahsoka knew too, it made it seem like the clones were always in on it, and that like kind of hurt more for a little while.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's so important that before Rex left to get that call, they had a conversation about soldiers, because Ahsoka mentions like, oh, as Jedi's were keepers of peace, but I feel like I'm a soldier. And Rex is like, well, that's all I've ever known.
Mm-hmm.
But we clones have mixed feelings. Like he's telling you, and I've loved that the last episodes have like humanized clones,
Oh yeah.
because it's so heartbreaking now when you see that switch, that it's like, yeah, as even Rex that has mixed feelings about the war, and like he's in another part of his life, he's met like even clones that have left the 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 army, and he just turned like that because there's nothing he can do about it.
Right.
And
And
just him with the tears. Let's talk about those
Oh,
tears,
yeah,
man.
the whole entire like hesitation between it like was so heartbreaking. And it also shows like how strong he is, how much he cares about Ahsoka and Anakin and like everybody. It was
No, it was beautiful. He's shaking, putting the guns up.
Yeah.
His that first year, like that's it. I was
Oh, yeah.
crying and
Yeah.
bawling. And but he had what I loved is that he had that frustration and he's fighting to himself, like, tell Ahsoka, find fives, find fives, find fives. And Ahsoka's like listening. And then she then switched to like, oh, wait, this is happening right now. I don't understand why, but this is happening. And she goes and throws everybody up because at first she wasn't killing them.
No, she wasn't. And that scene was beautiful with the smoke like growing around her, and she was just with the sabers, like, and oh my god, the animation of that scene was insane.
Oh my
so
god.
Good.
Her just deflecting those blasts and just like it was beautiful to watch. I mean, again, a saber lover here. You know, I was just loving it. I was like, man, how can I do this? I want to do this. And the fact that she was knocking the bolts upward, like
Oh yeah.
to eventually make her escape, like it's just like, oh my god, just so awesome. It's just so action filled and enjoying to watch.
So this scene for me also gave me Rogue One feels, and then there's way more after. But her like actually putting the bullets up and like grabbing herself up or throwing everybody else up was like really like it brought up all the Rogue One feels.
Okay.
But yeah, that was something else.
Insane. But
so she escapes.
So she escapes and then goes to Maul, which we kind of talked about a little bit already. And I just again like I could see the heartbreak in Maul's eyes, like even when he was like, "Please, like, why don't you just give me like a fighting chance?" And I think he was like asking for one of her sabers, right?
Yeah.
Yes, which I was waiting for it. I was like, "Please give it to him."
I know, me too. I was like, I want to see Maul with a blue saber so bad right now.
Yes.
But at the same time, like, I feel like we got like snippy Ahsoka again. When she was like, "I'm not helping you. I'm just letting you go so that you don't."
Yeah, I'm not rooting for you.
I just need a distraction. But that was a big plot twist, you know, like.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to be like that.
Yeah, like
she's in another mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously using him as a distraction. Just it's like what you said, like her snippy side just came on, like, no, you got this wrong. We're not teaming.
We're not friends, buddy.
We're not friends. Okay.
I just need a diversion. But then she goes to find the 5 files, and what I didn't expect at all.
Wait, she finds R7. You can't not mention.
No, I'm going there.
Yeah, that scene was so cute with all the droids. I was so like.
So.
We've always hated kind of the droid arcs in Clone Wars because they're like always catered for the kids, but this was like such a perfect like reintroductory to like, hey, remember all the droids that Ahsoka is really good friends with because she talks to them actually and treats them like people? Well, here they are.
And it's Filoni's voice?
It was, right? I was like, this is Chopper, 110%.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. And the droid's name is actually Cheap. She said his name is like, oh, it's Cheap, and I was like, it has to be a play on Chopper, and especially since it seems like Dave Filoni's doing the voice as well, so it's like a little callback to Chopper from Rebels.
Aww, yeah, I love.
And cool thing, I don't know if you have watched, but the Star Wars show latest episodes had a lot of like behind the scenes and Dave Filoni talking to George Lucas. And George loves the droid episodes, and I mean he created that one that is super weird. Like they get lost, in an alternate universe. So I feel like it's also an homage to George Lucas. And the number of the files is
8018. I was gonna ask you guys.
8108.
I was gonna ask you guys. Does that mean anything?
I tried to like quickly. Yeah, I tried to quickly in my head like, okay, where's that number coming from? But unfortunately I couldn't find like any connection.
I think I saw that it was Hayden Christensen's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Or like something like that.
Sense. Anakin uses his birthday for his password. I also really do like that that Ahsoka knew the password.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cute.
I'm looking up Hayden Christensen.
No, but it's not April 19.
So
Maybe George Lucas?
So what's the number again? 81 what?
8108.
81.
It has to have. It has to have an.
No, I mean usually a lot of those like numbers connect back to the original trilogy, but I don't think this 8108.
It must have. I know
Wait,
everything is.
8108 81. Wait a minute. August 1st of 2008. Isn't that when the Clone Wars? Isn't that when the Clone Wars
Oh,
movie came out?
that's when the Clone Wars started.
Yeah, with the movie, with the Clone Wars movie.
Yes.
No. Yes, it is.
It
You
is.
say August 10th, 2008.
Yeah.
There you go. We knew it.
All right.
There we go. That's a really cute little Easter egg. That makes it a lot more sad.
I mean, it had to mean something.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing Filoni and George Lucas, like it was.
Always.
I knew the minute it was
always.
said that it meant something because I was like, they wouldn't just throw.
I had a feeling.
In there.
I had a feeling it did, and it's just like my Rolodex just went when you guys said it again. I was like, oh, cool, you got it.
Cool.
Man, that is awesome.
But that message was, I mean, bravo to Rex. Kind of, he knew exactly that after all of that, there was something on, and I thought after that he had removed this chip, and I was always waiting to see the scar. But now we know.
Yeah.
But now Ahsoka's.
It was also cool that he knew that that's what was causing it in that moment. Like he felt, I don't know if he felt it physically, but like I think he just knew. And the fact that he trusted Ahsoka enough to like be able to look up a file and figure it out for herself that quickly. I thought
that was cool. Pretty.
It's like that song. You gotta have faith, the faith, the faith.
Yeah. Boom, boom. And then I thought the whole like little plot with the droids to get Rex alone was really cute too because it utilized the droids. And even though Rex and all the clones are like evil right now, they're still like not hurting people that they don't need to hurt. Like they're not hurting the droids, for example. They're not just like kicking them off to the side and like blasting them or whatever.
Yeah, he's just like move, and then that message. That's when you know that Rex has completely turned because he goes, "Where is she?" And his voice is just like, "Whoa, scary!"
Yeah, it's like,
and he's right now like that's it. He forgot about what he told Ahsoka about fives, and he's just Order 66 mode. So that was scary.
Yeah. Speaking of the message, that mall scene when he cuts the guy's arm off was insane.
And the heads. And all the Rogue One vibes.
Oh yeah, and the hallway fight.
Yes.
Scene. So you gotta compare who always seen
Alexis, we're losing you.
Yeah. Alexis? Beep.
Beep beep.
Beep boop beep connection. But yeah, I was just gonna say really quick, like I wonder because they didn't show Maul after that scene, right? So
no.
I thought he was gonna like show up to go help Ahsoka, or like go find Ahsoka at least when that all happened, but then he didn't. So I'm wondering if we'll see him in the next episode because that's how they tied in Ahsoka going to find Rex, right?
Yeah, it would be interesting to see how they tie that together.
Yeah.
But then the whole scene with Ahsoka being like, "Be careful, don't hurt him," with the droids. That was cute.
She's so like careful with him, like nothing bad is gonna happen to him, and I thought that was cute. I thought of you with all of that. It was like she cares.
She does. They should have been together. But yeah, then we had the beautiful other Rogue One.
Oh my
moment.
God. I wrote it in all capital letters because I was freaking out. I think my mouth, I literally had like jaw drop moment kind of thing. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I looked back at Gian like, did she just say that? That was a beautiful nod. And it's such a beautiful phrase that like we should see that more and more.
I also like that like the person that we have originally heard say it was not a Jedi, but he was very force sensitive, and then this new person that we hear say it is also not a Jedi. Like, we have known her to be a Jedi in the past, but she no longer is that. So I think that was just really, really cool.
Which I was always wondering, because I know Execute Order 66 is against the Jedi, but I like how they explained it better.
Yeah.
Of like, it's not only the Jedi, but the people are going against the
Republic, right?
The Republic, was it?
I think
so.
And it makes sense because when you really think about it from like the political point of view, the Jedi tried to kill the Chancellor. So it makes sense that the whole, because he's like the head person, it would make sense that they would now view the organization of the Jedi to be like a terrorist organization. So that's why like the soldiers of the Republic are defending their Chancellor by killing all the terrorists.
Yeah, and it also explained like why they went against Bail Organa in that scene in the movie. Because I was always like, okay, what was the target of Execute Order 66? Because we just hear Execute Order 66.
Right.
And that's it. Like, I don't remember hearing more. I mean, I'm starting to rewatch episode 3. Okay. I started it yesterday. But I want to watch it kind of after the episode, like the continuation. But I want to like start it where we are in the episode.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean. And like it kind of helped with this episode a little bit in the sense that they were like, "Oh, you're on the list." So that means there's like a list out there somewhere that is telling people like the clones who Maul is on the list, for example. But Maul isn't a Jedi.
Exactly.
It would make sense that Sidious would want him dead.
Exactly.
And then
Alexis.
Ahsoka. Yeah, Alexis, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm on my phone.
Okay.
No worries.
Yeah. We're like nearing the end anyway, so it's okay.
So we're talking about the scene where Ahsoka is finding the chip in Rex, and she said the beautiful words of Chiyu. I can never say his name.
Chirrut.
Yeah,
I'm one with the Force of Forces with me.
It was beautiful. I mean, Rogue One is one. I mean, I love all the movies, but Rogue One has like a special place in my heart. So I love all the little Rogue One in this episode, and that was just a beautiful phrase. And the way she did it, and Rex responding, because we couldn't find the chip, that I cried again.
I loved it, and also just like the fact it reminded me a little bit of like X-Men, like when Jean Grey like goes into their minds, and I think in one of the more recent ones, like Kitty Pryde, like we're sending them back to the past. Like it reminded me of that. Like
I know.
She was definitely using the Force like on him to try to find it, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I just love all the connections with all the other Star Wars. Like you can tell that this is made with love. You know, it's like just like this little callback, and then obviously the hallway, Maul's hallway scene. It's just like, yeah, you know, we got you. Like official episode, yeah, you're not a part of the saga, but
okay. Cool.
You know, gonna give you some love. So it was.
Oh, okay.
Alexis is having technical difficulties.
Did you have the call too? That he was like having an incoming call from him?
No.
Oh yeah, I had that, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to do here. Okay, but yeah, Alexis is having technical difficulties, but
he'll be back.
Yes. Sorry.
But then Rex standing up and having the guns, because the clones are coming in, and it was the moment where Ahsoka is like right now in so much stress, like she doesn't know even what to do, and she's trying to protect Rex, and then Rex turning around, and you see him with the guns, and you're like, did it not work? But it had to work, but you know what's gonna happen. But still, and then him shooting,
anxiety, and like also like she couldn't tell that he was getting up.
Exactly. And then
it's what you said, that she was like so stressed that she didn't feel it through the Force. She didn't feel it generally, like nothing.
But I love then when she turns around, I don't know what she says, and he's like, oh, she's like, are you okay? And he says, yeah, kid. And then I died again.
I was like, kid.
By the way, can we talk about how that was like the fastest surgery ever?
Oh my god, so
like
fast.
Yeah, I mean we're in a galaxy far, far away, guys. This is gonna work like this.
Just
I mean,
into that CAT stand thing, and
If
we're
we
good.
talk about
It
medical,
was just so funny.
if we talk about medical procedures in Star Wars, like
Maul was cut in half.
Padme, Maul's connection with like robot legs, like
Yeah, like
it's magical.
Yeah,
But
just poking fun, but it was fun. Yeah, and then with him saying like, "Yeah, I got you, kid." It almost kind of reminded me of like it was like a Han Solo. Like that's something Han Solo would say.
but that's what but he called her in the beginning. So that was such a touchful moment. Like
yeah,
it came around, and then him being so depressed when she asked like how far spread is this thing, and he goes,
it's
it's the
everywhere.
entire Grand Army of the Republic. His eyes, first of all, I had never seen so many emotions in Rex in one episode.
Oh yeah,
It was incredible. He's such a beautiful man, and that's it. I love Rex.
and he looked so sad that he knew like all his brothers were going through this exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like the entire Grand Army. Like you're like, this is bad. This is real bad.
Yeah. There's like nothing to do. So I'm curious to see what's gonna happen in the next episode.
Me too.
I mean, I do know that Rex and Ahsoka leave together according to the book.
I
so
want to know how they end up splitting up eventually, though, because
Yeah.
obviously they're together now, but
they mentioned in
they
the
kind of
book.
explain it.
okay.
Yeah, explain it a little bit. I don't know if I want to spoil that part though, but they kind of address that in the book a little bit
Yeah.
between Ahsoka and Rex.
Okay.
But who do you guys think is coming through that door? I think it's Maul. It's got to be Maul.
Yeah,
I
me
forgot
too.
about that. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Maul. Because what
be.
Anna and I were saying earlier while you're having issues, like the fact that he heard the call on the arm. Like, I think he's gonna go try, not necessarily to help Ahsoka, but like kind of to see what's going on. Maybe to help her. I feel like Maul has a soft spot for her now.
Yeah, definitely. I do think it's Maul, and they're gonna team up if there's any other clones
I hope so.
in the ship, to to save her. I don't know if there's any way that his lightsabers are somewhere around there so he can get them back.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool seeing them fight together, kind of like Kylo Ren style.
I would love that.
That would be pretty awesome. But I wanted to ask you guys, who do you think we're going to see in this last episode? Because I have a feeling that we're going to see Vader.
Really?
Oh,
Like,
man.
At the end.
Oh,
At the end.
I think if we see Vader and or Anakin, it's not gonna be like with Ahsoka and Rex and stuff. It's gonna be like, oh, by the way, like this is also happening, and then it's gonna be like an emotional little moment.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, all like at this point, like a lot of things have happened that I did not expect at all. So all bets are off for me. Like Obi-Wan showed up. We saw the freaking Jedi do their holocall. Like everything that I didn't think was gonna happen has happened and more. So I think the safe bet is Vader. We're gonna somehow see Vader, or actually maybe not, because then it kind of the reveal for in Rebels would be kind of a little bit diminished. And we really like how would it even be placed? Like maybe
But
Ahsoka might see the announcement of Palpatine to the Senate, reforming the Republic into the Empire. I have a feeling that she's gonna see that somehow.
like, is she gonna be sitting with ET?
I mean, not in the actual Senate, just like somehow, because this thing's like gonna be like a obviously galaxy-wide event. Like, so
Yeah.
I feel like she's gonna see it like in a holocall.
Yeah, no,
maybe
for
at
sure.
a
They're
cantina
gonna...
somewhere, something like that.
I was thinking, because I know, so I'm thinking we're gonna see Vader, but as Anakin, because he is Vader as soon as he kills Mace Windu. Like, he kneels down and is like,
Yeah.
from this day, I'm gonna call you Darth Vader. I
Yeah.
think that's what that we're gonna see him as Darth Vader, but as Anakin.
I want Ahsoka to feel
pre-suit Vader,
pre-burn and pre-beautiful armor and the best Sith ever.
Yeah,
Vader.
before his rebirth. I want Ahsoka to feel Anakin kill all the younglings.
Oh,
I feel like that's an unpopular desire, but I think I mean we got like it with Mace Windu already. Like she's feeling him do that, but I maybe not Anakin kill them, but like I want her to feel the younglings all being killed. If that makes
Oh,
sense.
how about her feeling maybe the twins being born, Luke and
That'd be
Leia,
cool.
like her feeling
But
Padme or
also,
something like that.
that would be like way more ahead. But that would be interesting to see. Like, oh yeah, there's so many things.
I know.
There's still a few things. I have a feeling maybe like
Or
maybe
like,
Bale
oh,
Bale might send her, might get in touch with her somehow.
or
You know,
what about
something like that.
one more holo call with Obi-Wan, and he's like on the ship going to like Mustafar.
Oh,
Yeah, and so like it's in the background, like when he's like hiding and stuff,
yeah.
and so it's
That's a good possibility.
that
Yeah,
one
because
would be
she
good.
did it at I mean, he called her right before going to Utapau.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think, oh man, that might be a good one actually. Him telling her, like, kind of confirming what she's been feeling,
Yeah,
like
but it'll be
that he.
before Vader, so like that another reason why like Ahsoka wouldn't know that that's like Vader is Anakin, because it's before like all of that. It's before the official like final confrontation.
Right, but he's Vader, like Anna pointed
Yeah.
out. He's already Vader by
Yeah,
that
yeah.
point,
But
so
Obi Wan
he.
doesn't like know that or like assume that he's like totally gone.
No,
Right.
but I think he is because remember that's after he has the talk with Padme, and like
Yeah,
he knows that he killed the younglings, so he knows he's
right.
gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I meant
Exactly. So with
But
before
I'm
the
Obi-Wan
not
talk
as
with
relaying that.
Vader.
yeah, I meant before the talk with Padme. So like, cause
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. So
okay.
when they're on the way to Mustafar,
Oh,
before.
right, because he sneaks on board. He doesn't have
Mhm.
his own ship or anything, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Maybe
know
like
what you
some type of
think.
coded message or something. Yeah, I think that's a good guess. I think yeah, I think Obi-Wan might reach out to Ahsoka just kind of one literal last time.
Mhm.
Something like either before the confrontation on Mustafar or after. I think that's a good bet that Obi-Wan might contact Ahsoka and then be like, hey, you like every man for himself, like
Yeah.
break out.
Yeah. No, definitely, because I mean, it is the Clone Wars, and even though this has been heavily influenced on Ahsoka, I do feel like we need to see the main characters one last time:
Mhm.
Anakin,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, those
Or even
adventures.
if it's like Yoda, when like after they have the conversation with Bale and Obi-Wan when the kids are born, maybe it could be like Yoda right before he goes to Dagobah and he's like giving the information to. Maybe he's the one who's gonna be like, yeah, keep doing your Fulcrum thing. That could be
That's a good
good.
Mm,
one. Yeah,
Or
man,
like
that's even
informing her like how the state of the galaxy is a little bit more.
yeah. That's so the show is so well done that even on the last episode, 20 or 25 minutes, that there's still so much that can happen that we won't expect nor like
Mhm.
none unexpected. You know, I mean, it's just this
Yeah.
is just I can't explain how hard that is as a storyteller to knowing what the end is gonna be to still surprise you in the journey. And with this last episode, honestly, it's well done, so well done. And it's just like, I mean, it's just no words to explain how great this is.
Yeah. Like I have zero
yeah,
idea of what to expect for the next episode.
same. And that's what I love about this show, that we know the story. Like, we know even bits of stories from Ahsoka from the book or Rebels.
Mhm.
We know Rex's story. We know Anakin, Obi-Wan's story. But there's still so much in between that they can still give us, but at the same time it's like something you don't need, but it's lovely how they put together all those little gaps from the movies to the show, and keep surprising us, and I love everything about Clone Wars.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna miss it when
And
it's
I think
gone, but
and I think that's a key component to all this. Like you can tell that this is like the people who are making it are fans. It's like that, you know, that they poured their heart into this, and it just shows. It just shows with everything. And I cannot wait to see this last episode tomorrow.
At 3 in the morning. Just kidding.
No. I'm doing it. I'm doing it like adulting. I'm gonna watch it probably, I don't know, probably nighttime or something. Yeah, I got my little lineup ready for the
May the 4th.
celebrations. Yeah. I'm gonna watch the Rise of Skywalker. Then I'll watch the Clone Wars, and then I'll probably watch the Mandalorian Gallery on Disney Plus.
I can't wait for
And
that.
yeah, so much good stuff. Oh my God, there's so much good stuff. Like you can
There's so
literally
much.
like do every. You can play a Jedi Fallen Order. You can
Yeah.
play Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO. You can watch the movies. You can.
I'm
Ah,
actually
God, there's so
I'm gonna
much.
be streaming either Jedi Knight Academy 1, not 1, Jedi Knight Academy 2 or 3. I haven't decided yet.
Sweet.
But
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna-
for you guys listening, you guys wanna check out Jules doing her
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Tune back
Post
in
it on
tomorrow.
Facebook, and I mean, this is it, guys. We're so close, and now we have to talk about when we're recording because the episode is tomorrow. I will be posting a lot on my Instagram because it's May the 4th, and we all have to celebrate.
Oh, yeah. Oh man,
And
you're right. I didn't even think about that.
yeah, so I'm excited, and yeah, we'll see. I'll be on Kessel Run Weekly tomorrow if you guys want to check that out. Talking about Clone Wars 2, and then we'll be talking about Clone Wars, and yeah, just all Star Wars.
Yeah, super exciting. And tomorrow's gonna be really fun with just May the 4th vibes all over the place anyway. So I'm excited to shop too.
Oh yes,
But
I'm almost done with my shopping list because there's so many things. And if you guys want to see what's out there, I've been posting stories on my Instagram of the things that I've been looking at. There's the Disney key with the lightsaber is beautiful. I don't know if you know if you've seen it.
I'm gonna go
And
look
also
at
the
your story.
Ahsoka ears.
Oh, I love those.
And those are those I'm getting.
I'm gonna.
So,
I think I might
yeah.
try to get those. I did pre-order the Ida bag from Lantern Pins.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that one. That one looks really good.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's
yeah.
gonna be it's gonna be all dipped in Star Wars everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm even having a Star Wars party with the kids at work. So
Oh,
through
so
Zoom,
cute.
but we're all gonna dress up and just kind of celebrate Star Wars.
Very nice.
But
very
yeah,
nice.
guys, this was fun.
Yeah.
And Alexis, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Lex_Adames. That's LEX_key ADAMES. Follow me for lightsabers, baby pictures, and just general Star Wars goodness. And let's talk some Star Wars.
Yes. How about you, Julie?
You can find me on twitch.tv/InfinityJules, unless you're watching me there right now. You can find me at InfinityJules on Instagram, at InfinityJules_ on Twitter. And I think I'm actually going to keep streaming right now. I'm going to play some video games here in a couple minutes. And
Cool.
Anna?
You guys can find me at Legeeky Life with 2 eyes on Instagram, Facebook. I'll be posting tomorrow a little collaboration with Box Lunch and her universe. So I'm excited to show you the other shirt I got. And yeah, maybe we can do more of this Twitch live because it was super cool.
Yeah, I really like it. Also, follow us on Facebook at Roundtable Pod Racers or facebook.com/RT Pod Racers.
Yay!
And you can find our other episodes. I totally forgot. You can find our other episodes on Spotify, iTunes. We have a couple up on YouTube, and I think we might try to put the VOD of this up on YouTube later. But yeah.
Yeah, and find us on Twitch.
Yes.
Backslash. Thank you, Julie. I'm like rayita. Roundtable Pod Racers, and maybe you guys can find us, and Julie will be probably streaming some video games. And if you guys have anything on Animal Crossing, let me know because I'm addicted. So yeah.
And
This was fun, guys.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. You guys, Alexis and Anna, can text me, and then I'll respond to you. But I'm gonna keep streaming for a little while.
Okie dokie. So may the force be with you guys.
May the force be
Always.
with you. Bye. Okay, so I'm going to. This is that link, by the way, if anybody wants to check out what Alexis was talking about earlier. But I am going to